Welcome, everybody, to the best advent calendar of the season with the best fat guy in little suits. Oh, not Santa. It's me, fat guy, little sips. Now let's get busy. Welcome, everyone. Fat guy, little sips here. Day 2 on the advent calendar. We're going to start off with Flaviar because it won yesterday. As you might recall, this was Flaviar, what was it? Wyoming whiskey, I'm pretty sure. That won. Oosh. Pull that out. Very thin on the color side there. Same here, pretty thin on the color side here. So, again, about half an ounce. About half the pour here. I won't cheat on the proof this time. My assistant has helped me and will provide me the samples the following day. So again, we're going to start with B, the corporate chill, Flaviar. Okay, it's a little strong here. On the nose, get a little dill, maybe a little rye action. Feels a little young. Maybe a little, let's say a little burn, a little oaky. Not oak though. It's like a toasted, but it's not a good toast. Now the more I'm smelling it, it seems like it's bringing in a little Scotch flavor now, but not like a peat one. It's more of a, like a traditional, well, I guess maybe traditional Scotches are peaty, but this is just a standard everyday run-of-the-mill kind of I think non-American whiskey, in my opinion. Like I said, the color is like almost like clear. It's very it's kind of like a lime sickle or something. I don't know, like not green, but like just the citrus flavor that's in water. Maybe it's kind of weird. Yeah, now that's opening up pretty much. The more I spin it, yeah, I think it's a Scotch or a Japanese whiskey, something like that. Oh, yeah, it definitely is a Scotch there. Not peated, but it's like that oak, like that smoke kind of flavor that you get from a Scotch. Or like a very young, like Texas, like whiskey, where you just get, it's like charcoal almost. It's like the ash. You fired up something and got in your mouth, and you're spitting it out, but it's like just the ash. So very ashy, from my standpoint. Overall, it seems to be well made as far as consistency and the way it hits the tongue. I would say it's 80 proof. But I think age-wise, I'll say it's probably like 10 years. Does look like it has kind of some legs here on the glass. So, not my jam, but I think it's a better made whiskey than what we had yesterday on both counts. So I'm going to go like a 6.6. Overall. So, like I said, I think it's a Scotch. About 10 years, I'm guessing, 80 proof. And that's my guess. I wish I had some water.
Nope, no water. Ooh. This has got a little more apple. A little more apple smell in here. A little bit of color. It's like a brownish hue to it. Not a, wouldn't say it's like full on, uh, like a dark bourbon type color, age wise. But again, I think this is probably some form of malt here, in my opinion. But again, not peaty. So this is probably something you could get into pretty easy if you were not liking Scotch. Mm. Mm. On flavor though, tastes more like a rye. Very good finish. Mm. I think I've had something like this. This does maybe like a Woodinville or a Wilderness Trail or something like that. I don't know. I think this is a American. So I think it's either a bourbon or a rye. It's kind of hard to say. I think the punch, it's got like a herbal tea to it in the background. Not like a sweet tea, like more of like an English type tea smell to it or whatnot. So I'm gonna think it's more of like the herbal push towards a rye. So I'm gonna go with a rye. It's pretty good though. I'm gonna go 8 years on that. Proof 92 proof. Yeah, I mean that's got a good finish on it too. I'm gonna go 7.4 on the day for this. What did I say? 6.6 on this one. So we're staring at a 1-1 tie. So locals are coming back. Check back in later for review what I did, and check in tomorrow for day number 3. Back at Little Sips. I'm out.
All right, here goes day number 2 reveal. What we got here, I think if you remember, I had B set up as that's the Flaviar, the corporate empire, set up as a 6.6, and A, which is the local Pittsburgh whiskey friends, set up as a 7.4. I want to say, yeah, 7.4. That's what I got. So just to let you know, what A was, which was the winner, was actually Maker's Mark 90 proof. Pretty standard. Everybody's probably had it. It is a wheat bourbon, so I was a little off on that. Might start thinking more about using wheat, and when I think of tea and herbal, that's kind of what I get. So maybe I need to put that in my brain a little more. Also, I think what really threw me off, if you watch at the beginning, I was thinking it was like a scotch or a malt, and then I think it was just the influence from the previous whiskey, the Flaviar one. So I think make sure we cleanse our palate and start fresh each time, because as I started tasting it more and more, I was like, oh, okay, it's definitely not Scottish or even English. It's more of a American joint, and I think I'll do a little better going forward. But I did say that it was about, I don't know, 8 years, 92 proof, and it's actually not age stated, but usually Maker's Mark is around 6 to 7 years old, and it is 90 proof. So I had the proof right. I thought it was more of a rye because of some of the spice I was getting, but I think I was fooled. It is an apple bomb. A lot of people see that when they take the Maker's Mark. So overall, pretty good whiskey. Kind of just goes to show you that your standard middle of the road shelfers are sometimes better than spending a lot of extra money. So if you find something you like, stick with it. That's all I can say. The Flaviar, the sample B, I said it had a strong smoke, not real peat, but smoke. And, I gave it a 6.6. I said it was probably, 8 to 10 years old, 80 proof. And again, I felt like it was a little citrusy, kind of scotch, but like not peat scotch, if that made sense. And very ash heavy, smoke wise. So overall, anyways, the reveal, it was Pindery Celt whiskey, which is from Welsh. It's a Welsh whiskey. It's a single malt, which technically is kind of like a Scotch, but not from Scotland. So I think I was pretty much on the money there. The AI team says it is more citrus forward versus peat forward. It's 86 proof, so I had 80, 86. And then they said it's usually around 6 to 7 years. It starts out in a ex Buffalo Trace barrel to age for about 6 years, and then it is put in a quarter cask, which is about fourth of the size of a regular bourbon barrel, to give more smoke age, and it's more in a peat type of whiskey barrel to finish to get that smokiness. So again, touch of ash. I thought it was pretty smooth. So a lot of people say this is one that if you're not too excited about scotches and some of the overpowering peat kind of smells and flavors, this is a good one to go for. Pindery Celt Welsh whiskey. All right, thanks. Fat Guy Little Sips out. See you on day 3, baby.